Apologize, I had to overdub the audio for the first part of this video because I was having trouble with my camcorder. But this is my review of the Clean and Dry Plunger by Rubbermaid that was purchased for me at Home Depot. And basically, I wanted to try and visually explain the problem I was experiencing with the plunger that caused it to not work well for me. The base of the plunger actually has this design. It's got this like protrusion on the bottom that actually sticks down into the hole at the bottom of the toilet bowl, which is what helps it seal well on the concave bottom of the toilet. And it's got a longer handle, which is nice. It gives you a little bit more leverage. The handle could stand to be a little longer, in my opinion. Of course, that might vary with the height of the person using the plunger. I'm over 6 feet tall, so I prefer the longer handle. So here I'm going to demonstrate the plunging action on a flat surface. So you'll notice that as I plunge down with the old plunger, it tends to rebound rather quickly. The rubber is more pliable and it springs back more easily, but it doesn't really stick to the floor. The Clean and Dry plunger, by contrast, although it's much more stiff and harder to push down and plunge, it actually sticks to the floor like a big suction cup. So it really seems to seal well to that flat surface, and that's in part because of the wide lip on the bottom that you can see here. That wider lip will seal to the give a better sealing surface than this little thin lip. But that's by design. The reason why is because on this plunger, that side surface there is actually what's helping seal the plunger into the bottom of the toilet, not that little bottom lip. So I can understand why this would work better on a flat surface. Problem is, we're not using it on a flat surface most of the time. Here's the kitchen sink. I just wanted to show that here's a good application where it might work on a flat surface. I didn't try it on my kitchen sink because I don't tend to clog my kitchen sink. Here's why I tend to use it: good old toilet bowl, and bottom of the toilet bowl is concave. And for the demonstration purposes, the toilet is not clogged, but we're just going to kind of show the action of the plunger.
Not flat, and then you've got the opening. So when we take this plunger and we stick it down in there, that rubber cup right there will flex and work its way into there and make a pretty good seal. And as you plunge it, it will conform to that. And then you'll notice that the other thing that happens is when I release and the handle comes back up, basically it pops back up on its own, but the bottom of the plunger doesn't come out of contact with the bowl. So if you follow obviously you normally want more water in here when you're doing this because that's what helps make it seal. But the point is that when I lift up, it comes back to its resting state on its own, which aids in the actual process of plunging. So let me put this in the bucket. Of course, that's the drawback to this type of plunger. It's wet and messy when you take it out. So just reflush the bowl so that we can get normal water level. So now we've got a normal water level in there, and you can see that when I push this on, it doesn't make a good seal. No matter what position I try and put it in, it doesn't want to seal well because it doesn't conform well to the opening. And it's starting to ease up a little bit now, but you'll notice that on the outstroke, instead of popping back on its own quickly, it doesn't. So what happens is you get this situation where it's constantly lifting that seal up and breaking the seal, so you can't get any good suction action or plunging action unless you do one or two things. You can either do these little short strokes like this, which I'll tell you right now, if you've got a clog, it doesn't do much. Or if you violently push it like that, you can actually get it to sometimes work. The problem is, if you've got a clogged toilet and the water level's high in here, that action will splash disgusting water all over the toilet rim and the surrounding area, which kind of negates the whole idea of it being a cleaner way to clean your toilet. And then when you're done, give it a little shake, and you'll notice this does not come out perfectly dry like you might think it would. I don't know if you can see it here, but you can see the droplets are still on there. So it's not magical. It seemed like when we first gutted it was much more hydrophobic than it is now. The other thing I noticed was when we first got it, when I touched it with my hands, something transferred from the coating onto my hands, and my hands became very, very dry, and they remained that way for quite a while. So I don't recommend touching this coating.